Well, hello there! Fantastic, click you! Good job, welcome to this video, which is part 2 of the practice video. No, the other way around. Anyway, this video is, I think, the most useful technically for any ukulele player out there, because we're going to practice not only something very calypsonic, but also something useful your whole ukulele player life, which is muting a chord with the left hand. And that's an integral part of this first song that we had a look at in part 2 of Calypso. This is the practice video that goes with part 2. You can just watch this, you'll be fine also, less chatter. And here, on a B flat, if you just put your left hand, you can see it here, in 3-2-1-1-1-1-1-1-1-1 mode, or index all across, doesn't matter. But if I relax where I'm pinching behind, I unpinch and relax the fingers, then the chord is relaxed, you can't hear it. And that way we can actually do down strum muted, and now press and up. Relax the left hand, down strum, you can't hear a chord, but now press down with the left hand here, whoop, and then you've got your up strum, which you can hear. Just gonna skedaddle over here. Okay, make sure all the strings are muted, play them one by one. A bit too much of that. Relax over here, find a way, move the finger to make sure it's just muted. Okay, that's good enough. Down strum, press, down strum, you have to relax before. And now relax, down strum, press, up, relax, down strum, press, up. Make sure to do the relaxing or the pressing before the movement. Relax hand, down on the right. Press left, up right. Relax left, go down with the right. That's really complicated, isn't it, to say out loud? But, you know, you'll get the hang of it playing it anyway. Okay, 1 and 2, let's try that. 3, just on a B flat, and mute, strum, mute, up, mute, up, mute, up, mute, up, mute, up, mute, up, mute, up. Now let's try that with the chord loop, which is B flat, D minor, and 2 EB6s. EB6s, this is going to be even easier to actually press and relax. You can do this actually with your middle finger helping out the index. Press and relax, because it's just all across the 3rd frets. Before we have a look at the other chords and do a loop, let's just see what happens with these chords. D minor, if you play it, that's what we got. But if you mute it, relax the left fingers, you've got 1 string ringing, which is fine, doesn't matter. And then press up. So D minor, I'm relaxing the fingers here. As I press down, you can even sort of go like this with the hand, flatten it, so you hear nothing at all, and then press with the up strum. That's also fine. If you go down, up, down, up, or just relax the fingers, and you will hear just the A string as you go down. But as this shadow assures you, that's absolutely fine. And then the E flat 6, it's just your index all across the 3rd frets. You can even use your middle finger above your index to give you a bit of strength for that one. But make sure you unpinch behind thumb and pinching finger, index or index and middle. So unpinch, pinch, unpinch, pinch, and that's all 3rd fret. Let's do this tiny, tiny loop. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. B flat, muted, press. Press, and with the up, press up, press up. Dee-da. And another 4. We've got the E flat 6 a number of times. I've lost track. And B flat. So you got the idea. If this is a little bit too hard, you can take that and practice it very, very slowly. I would suggest doing that now, especially if you've got the song sheet, that would be great, or the song book even, the Calypso songs, or just the lesson notes from the Calypso lessons. It's all in there. You've got the chords and this verse. And what we can do now is a little bit faster. The whole verse, we do have an E flat, down muted. We can hear just the G string and up. And the F, this is me muting 2 strings, which means there are 2 strings ringing. And on the way up, everything. And then we've got a special chord all across the 5s for our F6. Most important chord of the song. So make sure you learn this one. Just index or index plus help on the 5th frets. D, it's just 2 above the E flat 6. Okay, let's do a bit of that first verse. 1 and 2 and 4. The night seems to fade, but the moonlight lingers on. There are 1 B E flats for everyone, and all the way up to 5s on the ups. Mute up, mute. The stars, and of course once you speed it up it'll be like this. The stars seem to fade. Now what I didn't talk about, and I think that's quite useful, is not only are we muting with the left hand and strumming down and then pressing down, but you can also decide how long you are pressing down for. Do you want to play it like this? Meaning you relax the left hand just before moving down with the right hand, or do you want it very, very, very tight? That way it sounds a bit tighter, a bit more energetic. And how to achieve that? Well, you have to release. You have to relax the hand much earlier. Instead of, you can have, because I'm press, release. It's like chuk, chuk. I'm going to press down just before I hit the strings and then release straight away. Press down, release. Press down, release. Make sure you press down after having done the down strum, otherwise you're missing the whole point of the up strum hop. What's that? What's it called when you're on a horse? Up strum hiccup, up strum trot. No, what's a anybody can help me there with horses or sort of a equine passion? Do help me out there. What's it called? Strut. The night seems to fade. Now, the other thing that we had a look at in the second part of Calypso, and you can practice this too, was to mute a first down, same as we've just had a look at for the last 70 minutes. That went by really fast, by the way. And then have the up, down, up that follow actually played, meaning the chord is held on the left here. Let's do that on a D7, for example. 2, 2, 2, 3, D7. Here we go, it's a D7. And so down, and then press. Down muted, press up, down, up. Down muted, press up, down, up. And that's the Lord Kitchener song, Love in the Cemetery. Yes, it is possible. It's scary, but it's possible. And that's why he sings, run, 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 I nearly bust my head. Right, run, I nearly bust my head. Run, I nearly run. So the trick is to have a constant movement with your right hand, and then your left hand really brings life into what you're doing. So you relax, it's muted, the D7, you're holding it ready, but it's relaxed. The strings aren't going to vibrate. So down and then press. Up, down, up. That's the idea. Muted, up, down, up, played. Muted, up, down, up. But here on the right, nothing changes. The right side has no idea that there's anything muted or not muted. Okay, let's do that with D7 and G6, and the G6 will ring more unless you want to bring your whole hand to sort of help out the muting. And there's 4 mute up, down, ups per chord. 1, 2, 3, 4. one video, but let's just do that really slowly, and then we'll be off. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, 3, 4. Okay, mute. Up, down, up, play, mute, play, mute, play, mute, play, and G6, mute, play, mute, still rings, mute, and 1/4 one, and D7, mute, up, down, up, mute, down, down, up, mute, up. So, if you've got a little bit of that, and it's working but not quite, and there's lots of little bits that aren't quite there, feel free to take the time and to double check, like, you can actually strum a muted chord with the chord in position. You can do the same as we did with these two chords, for example, down, up, down, up. You can even practice down. This is muted, this is not muted. But you see, right side, nothing changes. This is muted left hand, this is played left hand. Muted left hand, played left hand. Muted left hand, played left hand. That's a great way to work on it and to double check your mutes. String by string, string by string. And there you go. That's it. That's your practice to go with video 2 of the Calypso series. Wow, I can't believe how lucky you are to get this. This is really useful stuff. You can use it for all sorts of styles, anything, bossa nova, jazz, rock, you know, contemporary classical music, you name it. Thanks so much for watching. Do get the documents that go with all these lessons and the Calypso songs in the description. And people getting stuff in the description, by the way, that's what makes these videos exist. So thanks a lot, and see you soon.